roaring sound when it's on, because what it's doing is spinning these bells that you're about to see up here on the video screen in a loop. To make the machine work, all we really have to do is spin those bells, and the bells carry electrical charge from the basement to the top of the machine. And the machine pretty much takes it from there. So, without further ado, why don't we officially start things off by me showing you all what the machine does best. So everyone sit back, relax, cover your ears.
Yep, cover your ears.
And, let's see what happens.
Oh, it's the section of our yes. Oh, steady, you can put your head from this.
Before we do anything else, I should probably tell you that what you just saw are literally the smallest sparks this machine can make. I cannot make them any smaller. So keep that in mind.
I want to see big ones.
I need headphones.
To talk about lightning and electricity, what we need to do, first of all, is stop yelling. Really, guys? Either be nice or leave. So you can stay quiet or you can just go. Sound good? Alright.
I love this guy.
They actually left. Close. Alright, so. In order to understand what lightning is, what we need to do is to recreate an experiment that supposedly Benjamin Franklin did back in 1752. Now, we don't actually know whether Benjamin Franklin flew a kite in a thunderstorm or not. You should not go home and fly a kite in a thunderstorm. But what we're going to do here at the theater, because it's safe, is, well, we're going to fly a kite in a thunderstorm. Now, supposedly Benjamin Franklin did this, like I said, in 1752. He didn't necessarily do it to have the kite get struck by lightning. What he was looking to do was to find out what electricity really was. And I'm going to show you exactly how this experiment tells us what electricity is.
Yeah, it is.
So, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to turn on the lights for a little bit, and I'm going to turn the machine on. But I'm not going to make lightning, so you don't have to cover your ears. I want everybody to listen. Can everyone either see or hear that small spark jumping between the model and the model level?
Yes.
Alright. The second thing I want you all to notice is that there's no time lightning bolt. You with me? That happens for one very simple reason. It turns out that electricity is an invisible force. When you look at that spark, you're not looking at electricity. What you're looking at is flowing air. Electricity is invisible, just like gravity is invisible. When you trip on the stairs, you don't see gravity, right?
I wish.
You see the result of gravity. Well, the same thing happens with electricity. When you look at that spark, what you're looking at is electricity. Specifically, it's the result of that electricity jumping through the air. How does this experiment prove that's true? Well, it's simple. Look at the big space between the machine and the pipe. You see any big sparks there? So what's happening is that electricity is leaking invisibly through the air, traveling invisibly through the air, winding up like a kite, and then there's so much less air between the key and the knuckle, it's capable of making that other amount of air flow.
It disappeared. That's all. Where'd it go?
Mr. Disappeared.
So, we have electricity leaking invisibly through the air. We have enough electricity at one point building up where it can make a spark. So what does this tell us? Well, no electricity is invisible. It's a force, just like gravity is a force. Now, electricity specifically is a force that acts on something called electric charge. Everything in the universe has electric charge. Everything from our bodies to our hamster to our school books to keep sitting on. Electric charge is properties of matter, just like gravity, just like mass is properties of matter. Gravity is a force that acts on objects that have mass. We have mass, we get pulled towards the center of the earth. Electric charge is acted upon by the force that we call electricity. It's invisible, but when there's enough of it, you can see the results of it. And it's really easy to prove, because to see the results of the electric force, all I really have to do, believe it or not, is turn this machine up just a teeny tiny little bit higher than it turns up now. And when I do,
Oh yeah!
it's like
I get scared.
I see blue lines now.
so when electricity jumps through the air, it turns out that when electricity jumps through the air, we don't see the electricity. We see the results of the electricity. You guys with me? If you remember one thing from the show, remember that electricity is invisible. When you look at sparks, you're looking at hot air. The sound, it turns out, is also made by the spark. So thunder and lightning, or light and sound, are effects of electricity jumping through the air. We can take a look at that in a really simple way. In addition to the Van de Graaff generator, there's two other pieces of equipment here in the theater. They're called Tesla coils. There's one on the left, there's one on the right. They're the big purple things, at least they will be purple in a second. And they have big silver donuts sitting on the top of them. Now, those Tesla coils are capable of producing about 750,000 volts of electricity. Voltage, it turns out, is a measurement of how much energy a given electric charge has. What that means, as far as we're concerned, as far as practicality goes, is that the higher the voltage, the more air that electric charge is capable of jumping through. So the bigger the number, as far as voltage goes, the further it can push into the air. 70,000 volts of electricity is capable of jumping through about 4 inches of air. That's 70,000 volts being produced by those Tesla coils. 750,000 volts of electricity can jump through about 4 feet of air.
Oh, that was sick.
Those Tesla coils
That scared me.
are on the air next to them. That air is pushing the air next to it, and that air is eventually wiggling our eardrum. We hear that as a sound. So what you're experiencing when you're experiencing the Tesla coil, as far as the sound goes, is air pushing on our eardrums. Now, in addition to these Tesla coils, we have 2 other Tesla coils here, or 1 other Tesla coil here in the air. You can see it down here in the front. This Tesla coil is similar, but not identical, to the other 2 big ones on the side. It actually uses a very, very, very fast on and off switch to turn the thing on and off. What we can actually do with this coil is we can control how that spark pushes on the air. And in turn, that lets us control what that sound sounds like when it gets to our ears. The result is we can go from this to this. The question is, what's the difference? The answer is,
Tears in my eyes.
the air wiggle in just the right way. It pushes on our ear in a way that we hear a sound. There's really no difference between the sound from the big Tesla coils, or the 2 on the sides, and the 1 in front. The difference is we make the air wiggle our ear in such a way that it sounds as a note. The point being is that what you're experiencing when you're experiencing a Tesla coil is thunder and lightning. So thunder and lightning are effects of electricity jumping through the air. Lightning safety is actually relatively simple to understand. You don't want to be part of the connection between the plus and the minus, or the top of the cloud, or the middle of the cloud, and the ground in a thunderstorm. So lightning safety 101, go inside. If you're inside of the building, you're safe. So don't go inside of the building. Don't stay outside. However, when you're inside of the building, there's a couple of simple rules you want to follow. You don't want to wire yourself or plumb yourself to the walls of the building. So if lightning hits the building, that's where it's going. As far as what that actually means goes, it's simple. Don't talk on the phone, don't take a shower, don't clean out your refrigerator. Don't do anything that is going to literally plug you into the wall of your house, and you're fine. If you have a wireless video game console, that's safe. If you have a cell phone, or a cordless phone, or a laptop, and you're not charging them, that's perfectly safe too. As long as you're not literally plugged into the wall, you have absolutely nothing to worry about. So don't plug yourself in. Now, if you can't get inside the building, you can always go inside of a car. And the reason why you're safe in a car has to do with the fact that most people's cars are made of metal. Now, I don't have a metal car here with me, but I have this giant bird here. So I'm going to raise this giant bird up in the air. And I'm going to show you why you're safe in a car during a thunderstorm. Thank you. That when a big burst of electricity hits a metal object, just like this cage, it creates a very strong magnet.
You're gonna die.
That magnet creates... I'm not going to try to talk over you guys, so you can either stop or I'm going to stop. That move... Really? That moving electrical charge pushes the lightning to the other side of the cage. So as long as I stay on the inside of the cage, I don't have anything to worry about. And I'm going to prove it to you. To do that, I'm going to cover my ears. I'm going to put my finger right on this point, and I'm going to wiggle the bar so that you guys can see what I'm saying. You ready? Here we go. Now, I'm not dead. I didn't explode. I didn't catch on fire. As long as you're surrounded by metal, you really and truly have nothing to worry about from lightning. Now, there's a couple takeaway points from this. One, this only works with metal cars. If your car is plastic, it will not work. Number two, you have to have metal on the top, on the sides, and on the bottom. If your car isn't metal, or if what you're in isn't metal, it will not work. So, like if you're on a bicycle, it won't work. If you're in a canoe, it won't work. You have to be surrounded by metal on the top, on the sides, and perhaps most importantly, on the bottom. Now, I said I was going to keep you here for about 20 minutes to make a thunderstorm, so I suppose it's probably time for that thunderstorm. If you have any questions, comments, or creative chat. If not at this point, why doesn't everyone sit back, relax, cover your ears, and keep them that way until the lights come back on again? You guys ready?
Cover your ears.